Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another episode of Rogue Spectates, the series that I've been taking the games from the CMG Grand Finals between HAMSTERS and Public Enemies and breaking them down map by map, strategy by strategy, to help you guys improve and learn off what of these top tier players do. This particular game is going to be map number 2 of this best of 5 and it's going to be WINDWARD. If you do go on to enjoy the video or you just want to see daily, educational, Rogue Company content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get into it. Okay, so looking at the team comps, it looks like we have pretty much a full mirror matchup. We have double Kestrel for both teams, double Seeker for both teams, double Saint for both teams, and then the difference comes in between the offensive Shark for Public Enemies and the defensive Vi for HAMSTERS. And those two pair kind of nicely together. Shark is like a mini counter to Vi in a sense, because he can actually take a lot of her poison while he has his ult up. Yes, it still gives her the additional health, but won't cap out his max health, which is kind of nice. Same way stim shots do as well. So we'll see how they play around this. Bot obviously sitting on their sort of designated healer as such, going on this Saint. So we'll see how they decide to play the map. They've gone for a 1-1-2 split. 1 over at far B, 1 over sitting at the top of the market, and 2 sitting at A. This is a really standard spot here. And they've gone for a very, very early smoke. Now, that's kind of interesting. I think they do it to stop anyone pushing from party box early and giving them trouble. The grenades come out, and now they're just using some Vi poison to stall. Bobby says that, I don't think you should have wasted it. I kind of agree. I think it was more of a panic. I know that they picked this pick kind of late. They were like, Delena said, just trust me, I've got an idea, I want to run this. Bob was like, we don't run no ideas, but they trust him. And that's fair. That's the kind of dynamic your team needs, is the trust that, hey, when my teammate makes a call, we need to go off it, or we need to change something up. I'm feeling good with it. I think they were originally running Lancer there, and it wasn't working, so now they switched it up.
No, he's on motorcycle.
This position right here where Bop is really good at holding different angles. It can see quite a lot of different spots, including cannons and party box all the way down at the back of A site there. But you kind of are a hard risk. The ult is coming through, and this is going to be a rough time. Delena needs to survive here. He throws the fire down. She would get a pick and does trade one down there, but they push on site as well. And then that's a really good trade. That's a really, really good trade. They see another one, absolutely one shot there on jail. Okay, that was really, really well done. They're just watching it. They have the bombs. They just got to be careful. They know Kestrel could be on the flank. It is a Kestrel. Kestrels do like to flank, as you've seen with my gameplay. Now they're setting up just good defensive positions on this bomb. The reason that pinch works, by the way, is it was a good sort of like play by Public Enemies to run down from jail down the steps and also run through site as well, like just like mirror those two up. Good shots there from Bop, that's what you expect, and they should be able to get this kill. Nice bounce nade, we'll get the final kill, and that'll be nice. But what HAMSTERS did is Bop had his position. Delena util dumped to just make sure that that rundown didn't work for them, and then I believe it was Frag came through the cut over onto the site and shot down below as well. And that just worked. It was a full pinch there, and it was just able to work out for them. So he's opted for the Mamba. The Mamba in the hands of not only Bop, who's obviously insane with his aim, but in the hands of just someone with good aim, is a much better choice than the M4. The M4 is arguably the easiest weapon to use in the game. Its recoil pattern is non-existent. And it's just really strong. They have this early smoke again, just to stop anyone pushing through party box early. And it means that Delena can push up here and try and shoot whoever is coming off the zip really easily. And I really like that. That's a really nice smoke. But the reveal will cause issues. So now they're saving the reveal for that. And that double bounce nade was unfortunate. Followed up by one by Remix. That was that absolute suffering right there. There's not a lot they can do here. They've gone for an aggressive flank and they're trying to just like fly off something here, which I kind of like. Try to make A play off something, but it's probably not going to work. But yeah, I love the way they pinch there. In this current meta, something like a double bounce nade is always going to be suffering. They do have the Mamba there from Corrupt, and then the one on cannons will pick up the final kill. Nice and easy. If you get a double nade, then another double nade to get the first, you're always going to be suffering. Delen just said there, or Maverick Groggy, that they had pistols, and that's not the kind of round you lose. And you're right, you can't really lose pistol rounds when it's like that. But the grenade meta is really strong right now. It is going to absolutely punish you if you stack like that, and that's what happened. They got revealed, they got bounce naded, they got thirsted. That's it, done. Similar flight paths. Coming at these guys, same defensive setup. Good smoke. Again, same party box smoke. Okay, they're calling them over at, what I believe is mid B. We see Bop is actually flying back to help Frag here, which I think is a really good idea. They do get some good damage on there. They do get the trade from Gronky and Pix there. But they are looking a little bit rough. The bounce day comes out. We'll find another pick. And it is now 2v3.
Crop is still there.
They do beam him, but aren't able to get the little head dinks that were needed just to finish off that kill.
Anybody in the corner?
Flying as 2 people here, staying together. No point in them separating right now. They may try and go for 2 different angles as they push. But if they over separate here, they're going to be in trouble. Frag is a little bit ahead. It could cost him his life. But Bop is now there.
Where is he? Tree?
That was a really good Semtex. That was a really good Semtex. I didn't even know you could jump up on that zip wire like that. I don't think you can stay mantled up on it, but you can jump for information there. That's actually really good. This is what I love about spectating these guys, and what I'm sure you guys enjoy as well, is the things that you can learn about some positions and some angles is amazing. I saw one on High Castle the other day from Delena, jumping up on a box to look over the massive wall on the staircase that goes over to A site. Just some of the angles you can learn are just absolutely insane. So I like the idea of the rotate there. I like the where Bob still went. I don't quite know what happened to market. I think they maybe just got flooded for. That is kind of the risk when you do go market as 2 people, is you can absolutely get like just stomped out.
No way.
So
Has that.
they've split up the flight paths ever so slightly here.
They could go.
They've gone for a 1-2-1 split. So Bob has definitely got players life here. There's no way he gets picked, although he could absolutely get aped. Frag does spot them out. He is in a bit of trouble, actually. He's pushed really far up, and I think they may have gone zip. Bop now needs to be careful because they're running to the spawn. They got the call out there. Nice little picks there. Absolutely dinking them. That is pistol switch territory, but the Semtex will find him. So this... They do see them. Bounce Day comes out. Bounce Day probably will hit. Bounce Day finishes off 1. And now they're going to push on the last one. Oh, that's C4. Oh, if that hit more than them, I would have been upset.
Sure, you got bow. You got bow.
Cool. They may decide to go for a... They may go for the res, may go for a full kill. He does have lifeline on Frag, so that's always good. That's something you'll notice with these high-level players as well, is they will focus the quick res, whether it be helping hands or lifeline, really quickly. It is a priority buy for them over things like life giant, over things like weapon upgrades, over things like even the extra utility in some situations. They do see him. This should be a nice little kill, and beams him down. Nice. But oof. Yeah, I was an unfortunate Semtex there onto Bop.
I can't see somebody's name. I can't. Frag. Fuck.
I
got so thrown off. Like.
I think Bop is because Frag said there in the comms that he was with him, and I don't think on the mini map he can see him. I think there's the bug. I don't know if you guys come across where the teammates don't always come up on the mini map. I'm gonna try and count as they land how many he sees on mini map. Because the one thing I couldn't see when they do the fight, he can't see Frag on the mini map, which is absolute pain. In terms of like knowing his teammate's position. Smoke comes out. They've gone back to the 1-1-2 split. Smoke just got on party box to stop a heavy ape, as we've seen so many times. Bow will reveal them. It's a really good bow. That bow will find absolutely everything you need here on this site.
They just use bow though. They don't have bow for a little while.
The only place it wouldn't see is if somebody insta-rush cannons. Nice pick there with the grenade and a full kill as well. Those full kills are so important. And now they're full aping. They've got numbers advantage. And they just want to be backing up their teammates here. They know Frag isn't in massive trouble of getting pushed over at B site. He just get a good pick. And now they're staying together as the 4. They're sitting in the same area, but spread out so they can't get naded. The nade does come out. Will not find anything. They're going for the plan. Bob couldn't quite make it up onto trash cans quick enough. He would have got a pick if he did it. But they do get a full kill there on to Gronky, I believe. No, sorry, it'll be Delaire.
Do we have smoke or anything?
No.
It's planted for cannons. I say we all go.
We gotta go through this.
Okay, they gotta be careful. They're deciding exactly the best way they want to approach this. So this is another thing that the teams do, is they find out where the bomb is, they make an assumption about where they expect the enemies to be based off the bomb plant.
He flashed me again. He's 50 health.
Corrupt does find Groggy. They're probably spread out. Yeah, there's one on cannon side, one on jail, and one on their spawns. They've got a full 3-man setup, and then the problem that happened there is they 3-man split up into them. So every single one of them just had to win a 1v1 rather than 3-man aping one person, then another, and another. That was the split up there. But like I said, one of the things these teams do really well is they go and they look at where the bomb is planted, make assumptions based on their massive game knowledge about where the enemy is going to sit, and then try and create a game plan from that. In this case, they said they thought it was planned for cannons, but split up, split up kind of wrong. I think that was a mistake there to try and take the 1v1s each instead of just aping as one. Granted, they had no really smoke or util to help themselves, but they probably had enough time. So they've gone for a 1-2-1 split again. Okay, so they went through middle. They don't know exactly if they're going middle to A or middle to B. They are trying to give the call as best they can and back their teammates. So they've kind of split one each way. So the two that were in mid on trash cans, they have split. But it is going to be Gronky who gets taken out on those steps. Nice pick, but that will either get droned or that will get self-resed by him. He's picked up the Riptide. The Riptide is insane. That is good beams, but isn't able to find the full kill. 10 HP on bot. Needs to be careful not to peek. Never mind, he's defying logic and just beaming them.
I'm crawling.
He couldn't quite get the revive.
You gotta use that tracker to move up. Crouch back up with it.
Okay.
You have C4.
Now you're in a 1v2 situation. The bomb isn't down, but the bomb will go down shortly, I imagine. It can go probably on that right-hand side pretty safely for them.
They could just go A and plan for spawn.
Yeah.
Or, as Frank just said, that they could just go A and plan for spawn. It sounds like they did.
No, they were both trapped in that corner, boy.
My game audio isn't as loud, so no, I think it is on B. Yeah, he's pretty convinced it's at B. So now now that he saw one go left up there, he's just got to try and push for this one. If he pushed on the right-hand side and played for the one, he got a C4, does not find anything. This would be a really good round for them to win. They're 2-3 currently, so they said that if they could take this 4-3 on defense because they think their offense is better, they're happy. This is not good. Yeah, he's probably gonna get beamed here. They don't have to peek until it's the final moment. Where is he sitting? Oh, he's up on that ledge, up on the side here.
He was on top, so you can't stretch it.
Nice dink. The problem is, even if he finds the other dink, he's not going to be able to get the full kill, and that will be that one done. Yeah, that's always rough. Bob did peek out on a little bit too low health there, but they were able to trade the kill for it, so it kind of makes sense. He was team shooting with his team. It's not the worst play. They were just in a bit of a pinch there. When your person on B dies, in this case Frag, it's really rough because you lose all spawn control unless you've stacked 2-2 there. But what they did is they stacked one staying on Sightless Frag. Gronky got picked off really early on market, and then the two pushed through market themselves. So it's like, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough when you lose teammates that early, especially on this map. I find this map is very, very important to keep numbers high. You have to keep your team alive. Whether it be not dying early on A or not dying early on B, there's a lot of rotation route, there's a lot of time spent on the map before the bomb plant that they have to be careful of. And so I notice in solo queue a lot actually is when my teammates are constantly dying on A, because I generally go B on this map, when they die A really early, it makes it really difficult. If they survive long enough, the enemy team get antsy, they make a play, they try and push something, I'm then in position to help them, or they push back to me, and it's kind of okay. Like, you know, there's the payoff there. They think someone's ratting around, and yeah, now they're back in the same position they were in round one, where they have a good position to util dump and just stop the ape. Gronky's there on the Kestrel on the full flank. This is the same sort of thing I do. Absolute full flank. As long as he doesn't get picked off or seen, he's okay. He's been flashed. He probably actually will go down here. The util dump didn't go down. He does throw another smoke, and the C4 will pick him off finally. That should be a nice easy pick, though. Oh, Corrupt beamed him. That's the trade you don't want. That's the kind of trade you don't want. That was close, but given his health bar, he was in trouble there. Gronky. Won't be able to get back to him in time. It's going to be another 1v3 situation, and that is going to probably be the round end for Q Hamsters. So it's 2-5 going into the half. That's not the kind of scoreboard you really want. 3-4 is definitely optimal on your weaker side. 2-5 is definitely manageable. You know, 3 rounds, to lose 3 rounds on your best side, depending on how good you are on it, and with these teams it can be a big difference, is important. Look at Team Comp. The Dali is being hovered by the Lena instead of the Saint for Bobster.
Like, literally looking at me.
They were not with him. It was just him by himself.
We'll see what they decide to pick.
If you were just on the bottom, you would not have...
Double res isn't a bad idea here. He's looking at Talon. Maybe he's going to Talon. Definitely not going Phantom. Does opt for the shot. Okay, so they go for the same comp the enemy team had. It's sort of like a reverse comp there. So on Public Enemy's team, they've gone for Anvil over the Vi. Other than that, the comp's the same. And for the Q Hamsters, they've gone for the same comp that Public Enemies had with the Shark, except they've opted for the Dahlia over the Saint for the link, for the passive from Kestrel for early rounds. Then probably going to link to either Frag for the Seeker Super Grenade or to Bop just for the survivability.
I'm about to just take...
And that kind of depends what they want. Do they want the pick with Grenade or do they want the survivability for Bop? I honestly think Bop would be the better idea there. There's only one Headstrong and Tenacity, and he has trophies too, so it's probably not even worth trying to nade him out. Therefore, I wouldn't really suggest having the actual nade. They've aped towards B, they've used the reveal, they did see one and pushed him off the site. Now they have to push up a little bit further.
We have no... I'm going back to market.
Okay, they're planning for market here. They've got the cover for him. They're making sure that they don't trade that bomb out. So they make sure they don't die as they try and pull off. This is the one issue, is they've planned for market, but they have an Anvil on the enemy team, which means if they try and stay on market, all 4 of them, they're going to be in trouble. They've also got no one to watch their full flank here, so they got to be careful. I think Bop could be seen here.
Pushing up with you.
Nice pick there from Frag onto Corrupt. They do get the full kit. There's going to be a bounce nade. The one good thing about this plan is that you can play either market or their back spawn. Both kind of work. Nice kills there. Nice. Semtex will get the kill there, and that will be that. Nice done and dusted.
Good shit. Taking that one.
The good thing about these players is you can always trust them to win their 1v1. In a situation like that, where the enemy are pushing into you, that's a 1v1 that's just free. And that's what Frag did there. They got the pick onto Corrupt. And then they just had to play for the ones on market. They played that really well. Then it's just nice easy 3v1 for the final kill, you know? Just have to be careful now, said. They're sort of bringing the rounds back, but it still could go definitely towards Public Enemy's favor. Especially the Anvil shield. If that Anvil doesn't die, and he's there to potentially get the shield down for a defuse, they're in big trouble. Zip bugged. I hate that zip bug. That bug on the zip where you don't actually get on it, and the one where you kind of like don't get on it and you just like lag up and down it, that infuriates me. So they look like they're going for like a mini ape.
I don't have flash. I bought gun.
They have the bomb. Honestly, this is the sort of thing you have to ape before you plant, unless you're really confident there's no one down there that can kill you. Again, he still can't see one of his teammates. I believe it's going to be Gronky over there on the far right on the flank, which I like, other than the fact that Dali is linked to him. I would probably have saved the flank until later rounds when... Okay, he's going for the plant. He's very... You look at the position he's at, he's very instantly ready to roll out. Should he get naded or something, they get the bomb down. Again, Anvil shield is there. That is why they're getting the bomb site for free, by the way. The enemy team, Public Enemies, are there to stop the Anvil. Sorry, are there with the Anvil to just let them have the site and retake it if they need to. So it's down to Q Hamsters here to play off this retake really well. You see picks there. The shield is down. They're trying to beam through the shield. I don't know if they've shredded rounds just yet. It probably has a trophy. The Semtex does not hit, and they will just stick the defuse right there. Nothing they're going to do about that. And that is Anvil. Right in a nutshell there, that is Anvil.
I shot him. I hit him literally for 50.
That is Anvil. There's honestly that like... If you don't get a piece of utility behind there, and it's so hard to, unless you're Kestrel ults, that's probably the best thing. Or, honestly, I don't know what they bought right here. If they bought Shredder rounds, that would be ideal.
I got flash now, I got flash.
He has no Shredder rounds. I honestly would have opted for Shredder rounds here on Bop. just to purely destroy that shield. Kestrel ult the shield if you've got it still. Shredder rounds the shield there on bot. It will drop really, really quickly with at least 2 people or 3 people team shooting it. Especially with the angles they're taking, sitting really far back. They shouldn't be challenged too hard while trying to destroy the shield. But they have to be quick with it. Same sort of play. I believe that Public Enemies are doing the same smoke that we saw from HAMSTERS from bot. But I don't think it's working as effectively. Again, most likely they're going to give them the site. They don't need to take gunfight here because they can play the retake so easily. The lane is struggling to give the bomb to Bop.
I don't think anyone's mid, huh?
6-3 is the round count. Does not look the strongest for them.
See this kid leave again, I'm zipping.
And honestly, a lot of it's just come down to picks. Not picks the player, but picks as in dying early, at least on the attack when they were on defense. HAMSTERS on defense. They got picked off in situations. They got picked off in market, got picked off on B, got picked off on A with grenades.
You know what I'm saying?
And that is what kind of made a difference there why they went 5-2 down. Now on their attack, we'll see what either helps them win this game or helps or cause them to lose the game. And it might honestly just be the Anvil. They go for the plan. Got to be careful. Yeah, instantly ready to roll off and does roll off. 3 HP is not a lot.
You think I'm just gonna have to plant safe? Yes, I do.
So he's now said he has to plant safe because he doesn't have the smoke to guard him from the back there. He's just got to plant safe. The grenade comes down, the Kestrel ult comes down, and he's gonna flash them down and probably get ape on them. Never mind, flashed himself. Bop's utility is suffering this round. You gotta be careful just for those Spectates. That's gonna be pretty big. Never mind, it doesn't actually hit them. That was a really, really quick roll off by the Kestrel there.
Like 3 all lined. Oh, he pushed shield.
Damn, that shield is also going to cause some suffering for Gronky there as they go for the defuse. Nothing they're really going to do. Actually, that's a really big ult. Wolfine picks the bomb diffuser, but he is dead and is there. The Anvil shield is definitely causing them issues. They're 7-3 down right now, and it is the Anvil that is honestly causing them the biggest issue. Not necessarily because he's doing the most, but he's a threat. He's forcing them to play differently. He's forcing them to play through mid where they got picked that time. They're forcing them to play back where they got picked, and that is the pressure that Anvil can have of making not even just making the big play with the shield, but the threat of making the big play. It's kind of like what I say with Lance all the time. Of the best thing about having a Lance on your team is not necessarily the flank, it's the flank pressure and force the enemy team to adapt to that. And that is kind of what we're seeing here from the Anvil too. They're opting for a B push this time. It worked out for them the first round on their attack. We'll see if they can work out now too. The reveal will reveal all of them, I think.
Yo, you see him, you can't roll back. You see for me?
The C4 does come down, will not hit anything big. He sees early shielded for survivability. I've seen Anvils do this a lot more, but that does remove the pressure. Good nade there, and a good pick also coming through. They're just going to ape on these.
Yo, below. You guys know C4?
He is going to go for the kill. They do finish that one off, and in 4-1 now, they are going to try something. Nice B push, and they're just going to go for the plan. Bob said it really well there. He's planning for the money. That makes a lot of sense. Honestly, planning for money is really big. It's just worth it. Honestly, if your team are aping someone 3v1 and you can just get the bomb down for a little bit extra money and cash flow, the economy is definitely worth it. And you kind of notice there, when the Anvil got picked up really early, they won the round. They forced the Anvil to use the shield. I still don't like that he doesn't have Shredder. Honestly, I feel like Shredder here on bot would have been the play. I'd be interested to know why he chose not to, but I think Shredder probably would have been the play. Who else can buy Shredder on their team? I don't think that Frag can on Seeker, Delena can on Dahlia, but depending on what weapon he's gone, probably he's on MXR. At this level, they still use MXR, even though it's not as strong as it used to be. It's not as strong. I think I saw they're hard zipping this. This is interesting. We'll see how this goes. You do not see high level teams do this normally, and they are there to team shoot them as they come across. That is Bop instantly dropped. He is the only one. Nice pick there by Gronky to trade that, though. Might actually end up in a round win nonetheless.
Alright, good trade.
You see Gronky is very much like hovering around this flank all the time, and I like that. It is definitely a good play style for the Kestrel with the Stalker and the padded, as you see me use all the time. It is a great way. They have sticky sensors. There was one over on B on the zip. I think we saw the animation come off really early, and now they've got one on A. I imagine they'll just shoot it to get rid of it, and then they'll move through.
I'm going in, bro. We're together.
And now they're moving through. They've got to clear cannons. They've got to clear their angles. Got to clear jail. There's got to be someone up there. 100%. They miss the axe. But he misses the shots and gets beamed from the side. Then the they got picked there, and that's going to be the problem. Delena now gets picked himself, and now it's 4-8 or 7.
Too slow to kill
4-8. That one was. That's it. That's the map. Yeah. That's the map. I don't know why. I've got my camera, but I'm covering Bob's camera. I couldn't quite see the rounds. But that's going to be the last round for them. That was unfortunate. Honestly, if we just pause it here on the scoreboard and have a little look about what happened there. Honestly, what I think it came down most to was getting picked off in wrong situations, particularly on their defense. I think this game was lost on defense. I think regardless of the attack and the few rounds they lost on attack, they actually lost 3, which is fairly significant. I think that what really went wrong was their defensive rounds. I think they got picked off a few too many times, whether it be from mid or from B or even from A with that double nade they got, which is obviously unfortunate in this meta. The double nades are huge. Would a trench be something better to have potentially on the A site? Maybe. I mean, they moved from Lancer, so they were never used to having the util dump. Although the util dump definitely did come in handy, whereas a trench maybe wouldn't come in as much handy. It would be great for the nades to stop the flash, to stop that bounce nade that eventually came through. It's not even like something you'd have to put on site. You could put it either behind the tree on A site or put the trophies down below just to stop some incoming nades. That definitely could be worth it. Maybe they go for the Anvil themselves and play for the retake. I know Bops is obviously one of the best Anvils in the game, so it's definitely possible. But no, I think there wasn't a lot that went wrong. I think the Public Enemies just played this one better, and that's what caused them to win. I think it was just down to those picks. On their attack, I think the difference that came in, honestly, was just the fact that I think, honestly, HAMSTERS played for A too much. They didn't have a good A system to actually stop the Anvil shield without shredder rounds on Bop. The Anvil shield is a big risk because if you don't sink your util behind it, or it gets trophied or eaten by somebody else, or you just miss it as we saw in a few occasions, it's not going to work out for you. So without the shredder rounds as a backup plan, you're kind of in trouble then. I feel like that's just kind of what happened here is they just got out Anviled and then outpicked on their two respective sides. So nonetheless, I thought they played fairly well. We'll move on to the next map in the next video of these breakdowns. That was map 2 here on WINDWARD, guys. Hope that was a good breakdown for you guys to understand a little bit how the strategy of this map works, what they decided to do, what they did right and what they did wrong, the way they used smoke grenades and lethals and reveals in this sense. As I saw, the Seeker was really big with that and the bounce nades as well. So hopefully you enjoyed, guys, and we'll be back for map 3 very, very shortly. Okay then, guys, it takes us to the end of the video, and if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also come follow me on twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING to see live gameplay commentaries, guides, Q&As, and playing with viewers. All the links you need are down in the description below, but for now, I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you in the next video.